So, hi guys, welcome back to the ICC Men's T20 World Cup 2026. This match is happening between South Africa and United Arab Emirates. It's happening at the Arun Jaitley Stadium in New Delhi. South Africa have won the toss and elected to bowl first, and rightly so. It's a venue where the chasing teams get a lot of assistance in T20 cricket. Both the openers are out in the middle for UAE. Aryan Sharma and Mohammad Wasim are opening the batting. Kagiso Rabada has the new ball in his hand, all in readiness. First ball of the match. Outside the off stump, Aryan Sharma goes for the drive and misses it. Kagiso Rabada is bowling the first over for South Africa. South Africa have already qualified for the Super 8 and UAE are already eliminated. So it's a last match for UAE in this Men's T20 World Cup. So they'll be wanting to finish this tournament on a high. As far as South Africa are concerned, maybe try out different combinations and see how it works. Oh, he goes for the pull shot there, Aryan Sharma, but unable to make connection. Another dot ball here. Obviously, at this particular venue, Arun Jaitley Stadium in Delhi, it's very, very hard to defend totals. We have seen that before. Such a small ground that you get value for your shots. For the first time, South Africa are facing UAE in a T20 international. Oh, he goes for a pull shot. It's a top edge. It's over slips and all the way for 6. That is exactly what can happen actually at this particular venue. Very, very small boundaries. The top edge flies here and there. First 6 of this innings, UAE off the mark. Aryan Sharma off the mark with a 6. This time it's defended towards point and another dot ball from Kagiso Rabada. Two more deliveries left in this over. Oh, outside the off stump again. Aryan Sharma goes for the drive and misses it. Another dot ball. Just that 1-6 in this over and 4 dot balls as well. Last ball of the over. Goes for a drive again, misses it again. Another dot ball to finish that over. So 6 runs came from that over from Kagiso Rabada. And UAE are now 6 without loss after 1 over. Plenty of changes today for both the teams. As far as South Africa are concerned, Jason Smith, George Linde, Hendrik Nokia and Kwena Mapaka are playing in the 11 today. Well, I would think that Hendrik Nokia should be there in the main 11 itself, but they are bringing him for experimentation purposes. A bowler like Hendrik Nokia definitely deserves to be in the main playing 11. And as far as United Arab Emirates are concerned, Dhruv Parashar and Mohammad Farooq are in the playing 11 in place of Harshit Kaushik and Simranjeet Singh. So these are the playing 11 changes today. Kwena Mapaka is the new bowler into the attack now for South Africa into his second over. It's wide down the leg side to start. Kwena Mapaka is bowling the second over for South Africa here. It's another wide down the leg side. So back-to-back wides from Kwena Mapaka. Has to reload that one again. David Miller, Keshav Maharaj, Marco Janssen and Lungi Ngidi are not playing today for South Africa. And not a surprise actually, they've already qualified for this, so just trying some experimentations to see which combinations works. That's beautifully driven down the ground by Mohammad Wasim. Past mid-off and into the boundary for 4. So Mohammad Wasim also gets off the mark with a boundary. A lovely straight drive back past the bowler. That's full toss on the pads. It's flicked away towards deep square leg. How quick is this outfield? They're coming back for 2 actually. Good running between the wickets. Another couple of runs for Mohammad Wasim. Oh, that's a bouncer. Mohammad Wasim ducks underneath it. Another dot ball from Kwena Mapaka. This time driven again past point towards deep point, and Mohammad Wasim picks up another single. So Aryan Sharma is back on strike. 2 more deliveries left in this over. Back of the length again, defended towards covers. Another dot ball. Nine runs have come from this over, still 1 ball left. Last ball of the over. That's a wide down the leg side again. So Mapaka has to reload that one again. It's been a long over this. 10 runs, 3 wides in this over. Aryan Sharma has hit 1/6 so far. Mohammad Wasim has hit 1 boundary. The last ball of the over coming up. Oh, looking to flick it away. Appeal for LBW. Umpire says not out. So another dot ball to finish that over. 10 runs came from that over, and UAE are now 16 without loss after 2 overs. Well, Markram is going for the review here. I thought that was pitching outside leg first of all, and then might be even throwing down. Markram is very confident. Doesn't appear to be any bat involved. Yeah, it's pitching outside leg. That is what I was thinking. I don't know what they were thinking when they were going for the review there. So the decision will remain not out. So 10 runs have come from that over, and UAE are now 17 without loss after 2 overs. So Rabada back into the attack, and straight away Mohammad Wasim goes over the top, over mid-off, and then into the boundary for 4 as well. So straight away going after Rabada here, Mohammad Wasim, and succeeding in doing so. Picks up his second boundary in this innings. Oh, this time he goes back past the bowler, straight down the ground. 4 more. 2 back-to-back boundaries. And once again, Rabada feeling a little bit of pressure here. Back of the length delivery this time. It's swatted back past the bowler by Mohammad Wasim. Third ball of the over. On the pads, flicked away again, past fine leg. That's 4 more. Raining boundaries. 3 back-to-back boundaries from Mohammad Wasim. And he is starting to look a little dangerous here. Moves to 19 from just 7 balls. This time angling onto the pads. Rabada, not a good line. Punished to the fence. This time driven again down to mid-off. Dot ball this time from Rabada. This time he goes again down the ground. It's towards deep mid-wicket. And Mohammad Wasim picks up another single. Last ball of the over coming up. Aryan Sharma on strike. Oh, he pulls it up in the air. This could be a catching opportunity. Fine leg. Keeper. Oh my goodness, it's put down. Fine leg and keeper, both of them were calling for it. And in the end, it's been put down here. Could have been the first wicket to fall, but not to be. Another single to finish the over. So 14 runs came from that over from Kagiso Rabada, and UAE are now 30 without loss after 3 overs. So Hendrik Nokia is the new bowler into the attack now for South Africa, and he is the man I said he should be considered in the playing 11, in the main 11 itself. Hendrik Nokia should be playing, not only as a backup. He's that kind of a bowler actually. Very, very experienced. Has been playing for South Africa for quite a long time now actually, Hendrik Nokia. Aryan Sharma is on strike. Here's Nokia, this pace. Full delivery driven towards covers and a dot ball to start the over. This time he drives it just past covers, and that'll run away for 4. It was in the air for a while. It's beaten that fielder at covers there and races away for another boundary. Aryan Sharma now finding the boundaries. This time it's full again, driven towards covers. The dot ball from Hendrik Nokia. So 4th ball of the over coming up. That's pulled again down the ground to mid-on. Another dot ball from Hendrik Nokia. That's a full toss. It's in the air though. Towards mid-on. It's taken actually, but I think it's a no ball there. Could it be a no ball for West Height? Single completed. In fact, it's bounced to mid-on. It didn't carry to mid-on. The last ball of the over coming up. That's a full delivery again, and Mohammad Wasim drives it down the ground. Picks up another single to finish the over. 6 runs came from that over, and UAE are now 36 without loss after 4 overs. There's a bowling change here. George Linde is the new bowler into the attack for South Africa. Mohammad Wasim is on strike. Linde coming around the wicket. Is flicked away by Mohammad Wasim towards mid-wicket and picks up another single to start the over. Quicker delivery again, driven down the ground by Aryan Sharma towards long off and picks up another single. Third ball of the over coming up. Oh, he goes for a sweep. Uphill for LBW. Finger goes up. And is Mohammad Wasim going to go for the review here? George Linde strikes for South Africa and can't get a bigger wicket than this. Mohammad Wasim is the main man for UAE. Gone for the review here to check it. So I need to have a look at this one. Well, doesn't appear to be any bat involved. He's played right across the line to a straight delivery. Not a great idea. Pitching in line, impact in line. Wickets hitting the stumps dead in front. So Mohammad Wasim will have to go. And UAE have lost a review as well. A big wicket of Mohammad Wasim. George Linde gets the breakthrough. Finger goes up once again. And that's it for Mohammad Wasim. And UAE have lost their first wicket here. The captain of UAE, Mohammad Wasim, is gone after scoring 22 from 12 balls. A short cameo from him. And UAE are now 38 for 1 after 4.3 overs. So Alishan Sharafu is the new batter to the crease. If anyone remembers, he played well in the IL T20 which happened earlier this year. That's flicked away again. Back to the bowler. Another dot ball from Linde. Two more deliveries left in this over. Another quicker delivery driven again by Alishan Sharafu straight to covers. And another dot ball. So last ball of the over coming up. Oh, he goes over the top, over covers, and that's going to be 1 bounce, 2 bounces, and into the boundary for 4. It's a great way to get off the mark there from Alishan Sharafu, going inside out over extra covers, and ends the over with the boundary. 6 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Mohammad Wasim, and UAE are now 42 for 1 after 5 overs. Corbin Bosch is the new bowler into the attack. And has flicked away again by Aryan Sharma straight to mid-wicket. Another dot ball to start the over. Second ball of the over coming up. That's pulled in the air by Aryan Sharma. Fielder there. Takes the catch at mid-wicket. And another wicket goes down here for UAE. Bowling it into the wicket there, Corbin Bosch. Aryan Sharma cramped for room. Went for the pull shot. But not able to clear the infield. Simple catch at short mid-wicket. And within a matter of 2 overs, both the openers are back into the shed now for UAE. Both openers have been dismissed. Aryan Sharma playing a shot that was pretty uncomfortable for him actually. It's kind of a pull shot but no timing at all. So Aryan Sharma is gone after scoring 13 runs from 17 balls, and UAE are now 42 for 2 after 5.2 overs. So UAE are now 42 for 2 after 5.2 overs, and it's also the time for the drinks break. Sohaib Khan is the new batter to the crease for UAE. It's on the pads, flicked away by Sohaib Khan and gets off the mark with a single. Alishan Sharafu is back on strike. This time it's full again, driven towards covers. Another dot ball. Good bowling again from Corbin Bosch. Oh, extra bounce there for Corbin Bosch. Alishan Sharafu going for the drive and missing it. Another dot ball from Corbin Bosch. So last ball of the over coming up. It's on the pads, flicked away by Sharafu, down towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single to finish the over. 2 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Aryan Sharma, and the power play has been completed. UAE are 44 for 2 after 6 overs after the launch phase. So the consolidate phase begins. George Linde coming around the wicket, stops in his follow through. So George Linde coming around the wicket now. And so on the stumps, defended towards covers, and Alishan Sharafu picks up another single. This time another quicker delivery again, defended towards point, and Sohaib Khan picks up another single. So Alishan Sharafu is back on strike. Driven again by Sharafu towards deep extra covers. Another single. This time tossed up again. Sohaib Khan goes down the ground to long on. Another single, 4 singles in this over. Still 2 balls left. Quicker ball again. Alishan Sharafu drives it back to the bowler. Another dot ball here. So one more delivery left in this over. Last ball of the over. Full toss, driven back to the bowler. Good fielding by George Linde. Another dot ball to finish the over. 4 runs came from that over. And United Arab Emirates are 48 for 2 after 7 overs. So Hendrik Nokia now back into the attack into his second over, and Sohaib Khan flicks it straight to mid wicket. Dot ball to start the over. Second ball of the over coming up. That's a back of the length. It's guided towards point, and Sohaib Khan picks up another single. Third ball of the over. Oh, that's edged past the keeper and into the fence. Very, very unlucky there. Not a bad delivery by any stretch. But Alishan Sharafu nicking it towards third man and picks up his second boundary as well. And the 50 comes up for UAE. 50 comes up in 7.3 overs with the loss of 2 wickets. Now comes down the wicket, it's in the air, third man, over him. Over him for 6. Just use the pace there, Alishan Sharafu. It's flown over third man and picks up his first 6 here. This is what happens in Delhi. Ball keeps flying around everywhere, and much needed 6 for UAE there. This time it's a full delivery, it's driven down the ground to long on and picks up another single. Last ball of the over coming up. That's back of the length again, guided towards point, and another dot ball to finish the over. 12 runs came from that over, and UAE are now 60 for 2 after 8 overs. George Linde now continuing into his third over, and Alishan Sharafu defends it towards covers. A dot ball to start the over. This time it's driven towards point, and Sohaib Khan picks up another single. Sohaib Khan played well against Afghanistan in their previous game. Unfortunately ended in a losing cause for UAE. Not enough runs on the board. 160 is never enough in these conditions. Another quicker ball. Sohaib Khan punches it back to the bowler. Another dot ball. This time it's flicked away again, leg side towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. This time he goes for the sweep, short fine leg in play, and Alishan Sharafu picks up another single. So last ball of the over coming up. And this time driven down the ground to long on and picks up another single to finish the over. 4 runs came from that over and UAE are now 64 for 2 after 9 overs. Corbin Bosch back into the attack, into his second over. And it's back of the length. Sohaib Khan defends it towards covers. Again a dot ball to start the over. So another wicket has gone down here for UAE. Sohaib Khan will have to go. It's a struggling knock. Corbin Bosch strikes for South Africa here. Just a little bit of a nick through to the keeper. Quinton de Kock completing the catch. And South Africa right on top here against UAE. Cross seam delivery as well from Corbin Bosch, taking the nick through to the keeper. The Sohaib Khan is on his way after scoring 6 runs from 11 balls, and UAE are now 64 for 3 after 9.2 overs. So Haider Shah is the new batter to the crease for UAE. A really good batter, Haider Shah. Need a partnership here, UAE. Alishan Sharafu unbeaten on 20 from 16 balls, but is running out of partners. Third ball of the over coming up. This time driven again by Haider Shah down to deep point. Good fielding at deep point. And Haider Shah gets off the mark with a couple of runs. Oh, that's a short ball and Haider Shah ducks underneath it. Another dot ball from Corbin Bosch. So 2 more deliveries left in this over. Shot again and Haider Shah lets it go. It's another dot ball from Corbin Bosch. Last ball of the over coming up. That's defended again back to the bowler. Another dot ball to finish that over. Just 2 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Just 2 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Sohaib Khan, and UAE are now 66 for 3 after 10 overs at the halfway mark of this innings. So Quena Mapaka is back into the attack into his second over. Alishan Sharafu is on strike. This time defended again towards deep point, and Alishan Sharafu picks up another single to start the over. So UAE need to go at a higher run rate here. This is a small venue and they are going at a run rate of 6.59 is completely unacceptable actually. Haider Shah is on strike. Second ball of the over. The short ball pulled again towards deep square leg, and Haider Shah picks up another single. Third ball of the over, goes for the pull again, unable to make connection, another dot ball. Alishan Sharafu is the set batter at the crease. He needs to take the responsibility now for UAE, that is for sure. Oh, that's gone off the helmet, I think. Is it gone off the helmet or off the back of his shoulders, probably? So it's given as 4 leg byes. Actually, it doesn't matter how they come as long as they come. The UAE will take the boundary here. No, actually, it's gone off the helmet. It's gone off the helmet to the boundary. So still 4 leg byes, and a mandatory concussion check will be done because the ball hit the helmet. So all in readiness. There was just some mandatory concussion check. 2 more deliveries left in this over. The South African bowlers are doing a really good job here. It looked as though UAE had gotten off to a good start, but they need to bat at a much more higher run rate. This run rate is not enough. Comes down the wicket, drives it again towards deep extra covers. Alishan Sharafu picks up another single. The last ball of the over coming up. Oh, down the track, swings and misses. Another dot ball to finish that over. So 7 runs came from that over, and UAE are now 73 for 3 after 11 overs. So Kagiso Rabada is back into the attack for South Africa. It's on the pass, flicked away by Alishan Sharafu towards mid-wicket and picks up another single to start the over. Gives himself room this time, goes for the cut shot, unable to make connection. Another dot ball from Kagiso Rabada. Third ball of the over coming up. That's flicked away again, leg side. Long on does well. And Haider Shah picks up another single. Ooh, comes down the wicket, swings and misses. A big booming drive attempted by Alishan Sharafu. Unable to make connection. Another dot ball from Rabada. The fifth ball of the over coming up. And it's defended again towards third man. And Alishan Sharafu picks up another single. So last ball of the over coming up. Close to the body, goes for the cut shot, misses it. So another excellent over from Rabada here. Just 3 runs came from that over. And UAE are now 76 for 3 after 12 overs. So George Linde is continuing into his last over. That's defended again by Alishan Sharafu towards point and picks up another single to start the over. Second ball of the over coming up. Oh, that beats the outside edge. That's a beauty. Really well bowled by George Linde. Another dot ball. Third ball of the over coming up. Goes for a sweep again. Another appeal for LBW. This time the umpire says not out. They've already lost one review. South Africa, you don't want to go for another review. In fact, both these teams have only one more review left. So I need to use them wisely. Gives himself room, cuts it away towards covers. Another dot ball from George Linde. So just 1 run coming from this over so far. Still 2 balls left. Oh, that swung away leg side by Haider Shah. 1 bounce to deep mid wicket. And picks up another single. So last ball of the over coming up. Quicker delivery, Sharafu drives it away towards covers and picks up another single to finish the over. 3 runs came from that over from George Linde. He finishes his spell 1 for 17 in his 4 overs. Brilliant spell. And United Arab Emirates are 79 for 3 after 13 overs. Hendrik Nokia back into the attack. Sharafu comes down the wicket, hits it in the air. Doesn't carry it to the fielder. It's one bounce to deep point, and Alishan Sharafu picks up another single to start the over. Second ball of the over coming up. This time pulled down the ground by Haider Shah towards long on. Picks up another single. So Alishan Sharafu is back on strike. Full again, driven down the ground again. Picks up another single, 3 singles to start this over. Current run rate 6.07. That shot is pulled in the air. Fielder will take the catch at mid-wicket. And another wicket goes down. Hendrik Nokia again with the breakthrough. Banging it in short. Haider Shah went for the pull shot. Very uncomfortable shot from him. Only managing to hit it up in the air. Simple catch at short mid-wicket. And the 4th wicket goes down here for UAE. South Africa right on top in this game. The current run rate has dropped down to 6. Current run rate has dropped down to 6 runs per over for UAE, and they've also lost their 4th wicket. Haider Shah is gone after a struggling knock of 6 runs from 15 balls, and UAE are now 82 for 4 after 13.4 overs, and it's also the time for the drinks break. Muhammad Arfan is the new batter to the crease for UAE. coming in at number 6 for UAE here. Two more deliveries left in this over. Mohammad Arfan on strike. He goes for the pull. It's down towards deep fine leg, and Mohammad Arfan gets off the mark with a single. So last ball of the over coming up. And that's driven down the ground again towards mid-off. Shayad this time unable to hit it. So another single to finish the over. 5 runs came from that over, including the wicket. 5 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Sohaib Khan, and UAE in all sorts of trouble here. 84 for 4 after 14 overs. Quena Mapaka back into the attack. And that's pulled away by Alishan Sharafu towards deep mid-wicket. 1 bounce and into the boundary for 4. So he's the man who has to take the risks now as a set batter at the crease. Starts the over with the boundary. 2 shots there from Quena Mapaka and dispatched by Alishan Sharafu. Second ball of the over. That's guided away towards point. Alishan Sharafu picks up another single. Mohammad Arfan is back on strike. Comes down the wicket, swings and misses. Another dot ball from Mapaka. Three more deliveries left in the over. Can they at least get to 140? Which is also very, very below par at this particular venue. Well, that's wide, and that's one way of getting runs. Wide plus the boundary. So 5 extra runs to the total. Don't know whether it slipped out of the hands of Quena Mapaka, but a very, very loose delivery there. And getting the treatment as well. I mean, 4 wides. Bonus runs for UAE. This time it's guided away towards covers, and Mohammad Irfan picks up another single. Two more deliveries left in the over. Alishan Sharafu on strike, back on strike. That's pulled in the air by Sharafu. How far has it gone? Fielders! Oh, Zikamblua put it down. Goodness me. They normally take those partnership catches really well on the boundary. Oh my goodness. How did both the fielders put it down? You can understand one fielder putting it down. But a partnership catch going down, for the first time I'm seeing two fielders dropping a catch like that. I mean, just look at that. He's taken the catch on the boundary, and then he's given it over to his partner, who has also dropped it. Would you believe this? Unbelievable. Unbelievable actually how you can drop two fielders converging, still dropped it. It's Sharafu's day, I think. Last ball of the over coming up. And that's guided away by Mohammad Irfan towards point. And picks up another single to finish the over. So 13 runs came from that over from Kwena Mapaka. And UAE are now 97 for 4 after 15 overs. So Corbin Bosch now into his third over. And it's driven again by Mohammad Irfan straight to covers, and another dot ball to start the over. Second ball of the over coming up. Oh, goes for a cut shot again. Misses it again. Another dot ball. So a good start to this over from Corbin Bosch. The third ball of the over coming up. That's guided away again towards deep third man, and Mohammad Irfan picks up another single. Still current run rate only 6.32. It's not helping UAE at the moment. Alishan Sharafu is back on strike. Oh, goes for the pole. Has he hurt himself there? I'm not quite sure. It was a good bouncer once again from Corbin Bosch. And I think Alishan Sharafu has to go through a concussion check once again here. Might have just got hit on the helmet, I think. A nasty blow there from Corbin Bosch. He went for the pull. Ooh, that's hit him right on the top part of the helmet. Hopefully he's alright actually. Well, that is why they have kept this mandatory concussion check actually. So in case you get hit on the helmet, they will have a look at you because don't want anything to happen seriously. Don't want it to become serious. That's why they have kept this mandatory concussion rule, a mandatory concussion check. Two more deliveries left in this over. Someone in the crowd is saying, I am future Rabada. Oh goodness me. People getting inspired by Rabada here. There's Alishan Sharaf, who I think is alright. Current run rate 6.26. Unfortunately for UAE, they're an associate team, so this is kind of expected from them. Fifth ball of the over coming up. He comes down the wicket, slices it in the air. Oh dear, a fielder at point makes a meal of it. Puts in the dive. But it's gone through the fielder and it's also gone into the fence for 4. You're adding insult to injury. Another boundary for Alishan Sharafu. 100 comes up for UAE. 100 comes up in 15.5 overs. Another lucky escape for Alishan Sharafu here. This time again comes down the wicket, swings and misses it. Another dot ball to finish the over. 5 runs came from that over. And UAE are now 102 for 4 after 16 overs. Kagiso Rabada is back into the attack for South Africa here. Comes down the wicket, hits it high in the air, no timing at all. And it's put down, goodness me. Again at long on, it's been put down. And Mohammad Irfan picks up another single. What is happening with the South African fielders today? Not able to hold on to their catches. Normally a really good fielding team. They don't want to take their catches today, South Africa, that is for sure. Second ball of the over coming up. Swung away leg side by Sharafu towards square leg and picks up another single. The fourth ball of the over coming up. Goes for the drive again, misses it again. Another dot ball from Rabada. The fifth ball of the over coming up. Uppercuts it, third man. One bounce to third man. And Mohammad Irfan picks up another single. So last ball of the over coming up. That's edged past the keeper and into the boundary for 4. So finally something for UAE here. Little bit of width on offer. He went for the cut shot, has nicked it past the keeper. And another boundary to finish that over. 7 runs came from that over. UAE are now 109 for 4 after 17 overs. Hendrik Nokia now bowling the 18th over, guided away towards third man by Mohammad Irfan. Picks up another single to start the over. They can get to 140 if they keep batting like this, or even that won't be enough in these conditions. Second ball of the over coming up. Driven away, edged away towards third man, and Alishan Sharafu picks up another single. Third ball of the over coming up. Oh, fantastic Yorker. Flicked away again towards mid-wicket. Mohammad Irfan picks up another single. 3 singles to start this over. Still 3 balls left. The last match for South Africa in this round. After this, they'll be heading to Ahmedabad for the Super 8 match against India on 22nd February. Three more deliveries left in this over. Alishan Sharafu nearing a half century here. That's pulled in the air. I don't think it's got enough on it though. Fielder running backwards. Has taken it finally. So finally, a catch sticking in the hands of a South African fielder. There have been quite a few dropped catches before this. But this time around, the catch has been taken. And another wicket goes down. The set batter, Alishan Sharafu, has to go. Was looking for the pull shot. No timing at all. And a simple catch. I won't say simple catch, a tough catch actually. He was running backwards, kept his eye on the ball there, Kwena Mapaka, and took the catch beautifully. So 5 down now, UAE is just falling apart here. Alishan Sharafu gone after scoring 45 from 38 balls, and UAE are now 112 for 5 after 17.4 overs. So Dhruv Parashar is the new batter to the crease, has made his way into the playing 11 today. 2 more deliveries left in this over. That's back of the length again, defended towards point, and gets off the mark with a single straight away. Dhruv Parashar. Looks like they won't even reach 140 the way they are batting here. Last ball of the over goes again down the ground to long on, and Mohammad Irfan picks up another single to finish the over. So just 5 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Alishan Sharafu, and United Arab Emirates are now 114 for 5 after 18 overs. Kwena Mapaka bowling the penultimate over. Ooh, when he goes for the cut shot, yeah, Mohammad Irfan unable to make connection. Dot ball to start the over. Batters to come: Mohammad Farooq, Haider Ali, Junaid Siddique, and Mohammad Jawadullah. Goes leg side, does Mohammad Irfan. It's 1 bounce to deep mid wicket and picks up another single. The third ball of the over coming up. Oh, Feeling very uncomfortable there at the back of the line delivery. Dhruv Parashar lets it go. Another dot ball. This time on the pads, flicked away again by Dhruv Parashar towards deep square leg and picks up another single. Two more deliveries left in this over. This time short ball pulled away again by Mohammad Irfan towards deep mid wicket again. Towards deep mid wicket again and picks up another single. So they've just not found the boundaries actually. UAE. Very less number of boundaries in this innings. It's not going to help in a T20 innings like this. Particularly in a venue like Arun Jaitley Stadium in Delhi, you need to get 200. So such small boundaries, you're not even able to get 140. Last ball of the over coming up. It's edged down to third man, and Dhruv Parashar picks up another single to finish the over. So just 4 runs came from that over from Quena Mopaka, and UAE are now 118 for 5 after 19 overs with one more over to go. I'll just tell the number of boundaries hit in this innings so far. Only 9 boundaries and 2 sixers in this innings so far. Would you believe it? 9 boundaries and 2 sixers. Apart from that, nothing from the batters. That is very, very less when you look at a T20 innings. The Corbin Bosch is going to be bowling the last over, and now I think South Africa are confident that they can chase this total down. Even if it goes above 120, or anything less than 130 is a cakewalk in Arun Jaitley. Last over, that's swung away down the ground again to mid-off, and Dhruv Parashar picks up another single to start the over. So second ball of the over coming up. Well, that swung away again. It's in the air though. Fielder will take the catch at deep mid wicket. So now the catching is looking good for South Africa here. Finally, the catches are sticking in their hands. God knows if they had taken the earlier catches, UAE might have finished with a much lesser total. But anyways, they are taking their catches now. Mohammad Irfan has holed out at deep mid wicket. Corbin Bosch picks up another wicket, and UAE just falling apart, just not able to find the boundaries towards the end of the innings. Mohammad Irfan is gone after scoring 11 runs from 18 balls, and UAE are now 119 for 6 after 19.2 overs. So 4 more deliveries left in this innings. Mohammad Farooq is the new batter to the crease for UAE. Well, in Delhi they are scoring so less runs. That is the surprising thing actually. You won't get a shorter boundaries venue than this. That's defended towards point. And Mohammad Farooq gets off the mark with a single. So at least they have gotten themselves to 120 with 3 more deliveries left in this innings. The fourth ball of the over coming up. Goes for a cut shot, misses it. Dot ball at this stage from Corbin Bosch. What is happening here with Dhruv Parashar? 4 runs from 6 balls. Only 2 more deliveries left in this innings. 2 big hits can take them to 130. The 5th ball of the over coming up. They need to go big now, surely. That's pulled away again. Fine leg in play. It's towards deep fine leg. And Dhruv Parashar just picks up another single. This has been a very, very disappointing batting performance from UAE here. They have just not found enough boundaries. They're already out of the tournament, UAE. South Africa are already through to the Super 8, and this will give them a lot of confidence here, South Africa, going into the Super 8, and that too against stronger teams like India and West Indies in the Super 8. Last ball of the innings, goes for a scoop, misses it completely. They'll run a bye, I think. Will they? Have they run a bye? They have run a bye, so a single to finish off the innings. Just 4 runs came from the last over, including the wicket. Just 4 runs came from the last over, including the wicket of Mohammad Irfan. And Corbin Bosch finishes a spell. Corbin Bosch finishes a spell with 3 for 12 in his 4 overs. And would you believe it? In such a small venue, such batting-friendly conditions, UAE have finished their 20 overs on 122 for 6 at the end of their 20 overs. And the covers are also coming out to the field because the rain has started to fall at the Arun Jaitley Stadium in Delhi. So we might have a delay to the start of the second innings. But South Africa look in control of this game, no doubt about that. Terrific bowling performance. UAE has struggled, just not able to find the boundaries there. Only Alishan Sharaf, who scored 45 from 38 balls with 5 boundaries and 1 6. Mohammad Wasim got off to a good start, got out once again. In the middle order, Sohaib Khan 6 runs from 11 balls. Haider Shah 6 runs from 15 balls. Mohammad Irfan 11 runs from 18 balls. Dhruv Parashar 5 from 7 balls. I mean, I don't know what those batters were up to. They're just not able to find the boundaries there. But if you look at South Africa's bowlers, Hendrik Nokia 2 for 28 in his 4 overs. George Linde very economical, 1 for 17 in his 4 overs. Corbin Bosch 3 for 12 in his 4 overs was the pick of the bowlers today. Corbin Bosch 3 for 12 in his 4 overs. And Kwena Mapaka and Kagiso Rabada none for 30 in their 4 overs each. So 122 for 6 after 20 overs. South Africa, when they come out to bat, will need 123 runs to win this match from their full quota of 20 overs. We'll be back again shortly to cover the run chase. Until then, please stay tuned. So hi guys, welcome back to the run chase here. South Africa need 123 runs to win this match from their full quota of 20 overs. A slight delay to the start of the second innings because the rain started to come down. Rain delay, covers were on. Now both the openers are out in the middle for South Africa. Aiden Markram and Quinton de Kock will be opening the batting for South Africa. Dhruv Parashar has the new ball in his hand. He's going to be bowling the first over for UAE. It should be an easy run chase in all honesty because only 123 runs to win from 20 overs. Required run rate only 6.15. So South Africa will be thinking that they can win this game and go into the Super 8 with good momentum on their side. So Dhruv Parashar is going to be bowling the first ball of the run chase, so umpire stops him here. So all in readiness, first ball of the run chase. Quicker delivery and Markram punches it down the ground to long on, and South Africa off the mark, Hayden Markram off the mark with a single. Second ball of the innings. Short and wide, cut away by de Kock, straight to point. Another dot ball from Dhruv Parashar. Third ball of the over coming up. Quicker ball again, driven back to the bowler by de Kock. Another dot ball. So a good start here from Dhruv Parashar. This time on the stumps again, defended again by de Kock. Another dot ball. This time goes for the cut shot, straight to point though. So 4 consecutive dot balls here from Dhruv Parashar. Good start. They need some early wickets if they want to put pressure on South Africa. Last ball of the over. Cuts it away again, straight to point again. Another dot ball to finish that over. So good start here from UAE. Just 1 run came from the first over. The South Africa are now 1 without loss after 1 over. Now, Junaid Siddique is the new bowler into the attack. Has been very impressive in this tournament so far. Should be an easy run chase this for South Africa. Aiden Markram on strike. Siddique coming over the wicket. That's on the pads, flicked away, past fine leg, and that's the first boundary for South Africa. Straying onto the pads there, Junaid Siddique. And all Aiden Markram had to do was just get bat on it. It's raced past the short fine leg fielder for the first boundary of the innings. The second ball of the over coming up. That's full again, driven towards covers, and another dot ball from Junaid Siddique. So third ball of the over coming up. That's on the pads, flicked away again towards deep mid wicket. One bounce and into the boundary for 4. Again full and angling onto the pads there, Junaid Siddique. And Markram plays that pickup shot really well. Second boundary in this over, and this is a good start for South Africa. Three more deliveries left in this over. Fourth ball of the over coming up. Oh, extra bounce. That's driven towards third man. And Aidan Markram picks up another single. Quinton de Kock is back on strike. So fifth ball of the over, coming around the wicket here, Junaid Siddique to Quinton de Kock. That's driven again straight to point. Another dot ball from Junaid Siddique. Corbin Bosch was the pick of the bowlers for South Africa. Picked up 3 wickets today. UAE just couldn't get the boundaries. Very disappointed batting actually. The middle order couldn't find the boundaries at all. Very important to score the boundaries in this format of the game. Last ball of the over coming up. Don't bowl short to this man, because if you bowl it short, the ball will only go one place, into the boundary for 4. Quinton de Kock gets off the mark with a boundary, and an expensive start here from Junaid Siddique. 13 runs came from that over. And South Africa are now 14 without loss after 2 overs. Well, required run rate only 6.06. It's looking very comfortable for South Africa already. The bowling change here. Haider Ali is the new bowler into the attack now for UAE. Aidan Markram is on strike. That's on the pads, flicked away, past fine leg, and that's 4 more. So it's all going South Africa's way at the moment. Again straying onto the pads, Haider Ali, and paying the price for it. Again a boundary to start the over, third boundary for Markram, and the equation is already under a runner ball now for South Africa. This time it's punched away again, straight to covers, and another dot ball. Required run rate only 5.94. It is in the laps of South Africa, in all honesty, this game. It's punched away again in the gap, and they'll run away for 4 as well. He's just enjoying himself here, Aiden Markram, the man in form. We just saw what he did against New Zealand in the previous game, continuing from where he left off, and the second boundary in this over. Shot this time, that's pulled away, launched over deep mid-wicket for 6. 2 shot on that occasion from Haider Ali, and Aiden Markram says thank you very much. And the first 6 of this innings, this is an expensive over already from Haider Ali. Equation requirement under 100 for South Africa. This time it's cut away again in the gap, and that's 4 more as well. That's such an expensive over. Just the margin of error is so small. When you're bowling to a batter like Markram, punishes you to the boundary. And this time he's bowled him. Went for the big slog again, but has lost his stumps in the process. And finally, UAE get the breakthrough, but it's already under a run of ball for South Africa, so you would think they should still chase this down. Looking to go for the big shot once again, but missing it completely, losing his leg stump in the process. And a very expensive over from Haider Ali ends with a wicket. He's celebrating big time, but the damage has already been done in that over. 18 runs came from that over, and now Aiden Markram is gone after scoring 28 runs from just 11 balls, and South Africa are now 32 for 1 after 3 overs. So a good start here from South Africa. 32 for 1 in 3 overs. Don't mind losing the wicket. They've got off to a good start. The equation is well under a run of ball. Only 91 more needed. Rian Rickleton is the new batter to the crease for South Africa. Man in form. So Dhruv Parashar is back into the attack now for UAE. Quinton de Kock is on strike. Oh, that's pulled down the ground, straight down the ground to long off, and Quinton de Kock picks up another single to start the over. Rian Rickleton on strike, second ball of the over. Short and wide, cut away again, straight to point. Another dot ball from Dhruv Parashar. This time driven down the ground again towards long off, and Rian Rickleton gets off the mark with a single. Both these batters are in the best form of their lives actually. Quinton de Kock and Ryan Rickleton. That's pulled away again leg side towards deep mid wicket. And Quinton de Kock picks up another single as well. Both these players are going to be part of the Mumbai Indians in the upcoming IPL edition. So they're gaining experience batting together in South Africa. That's short and wide, cut away by Ryan Rickleton. That'll run away for 4 as well. So the boundaries continue to flow here. Little bit of width on offer. Rickleton is so good with the cut shot. Picks up his first boundary in this innings. Last ball of the over is on the stumps, driven back to the bowler, another dot ball to finish that over. 7 runs came from that over, and South Africa are now 39 for 1 after 4 overs. So Junaid Siddique is into his second over now. Around the wicket to Quinton de Kock. Oh, that beats the outside edge. That's a good delivery to start the over from Junaid Siddique. So UAE have only one win in this tournament so far. That win came against UAE have only one win in this tournament so far. That win came against Canada. But they have lost all their other 3 games, including if they lose this one, it will be their 3rd defeat in this tournament. And rightly so, because very tough to defeat teams like New Zealand, South Africa and Afghanistan. Oh, inside edge, past the stumps, another dot ball here. Because this match South Africa is having in control. The required run rate only 5.36. They've lost 1 wicket, but Aiden Markram gave them that start which they wanted. The 3rd ball of the over coming up. Oh, he cuts it away beautifully. That's 4 more. That's raced off the bat of Quinton de Kock. Like a tracer bullet, it's gone away to the boundary for 4. The 2nd boundary in this innings for de Kock. So 3 more deliveries left in this over. 4th ball of the over coming up. Oh, extra bounce there for Siddique. Quinton de Kock lets it go. It's another dot ball. So 2 more deliveries left in this over. Back over the wicket now. Oh, Quinton de Kock swings and misses. Had a wild swing at it. Unable to make connection. Another dot ball from Junaid Siddique. The last ball of the over coming up. That's cut away again for 4 more. Just a little bit of width on offer. That's enough for de Kock to put it away. So another boundary to finish that over. 8 runs came from that over from Junaid Siddique. And South Africa are now 47 for 1 after 5 overs. So Mohammad Jawadullah is the new bowler into the attack now for UAE. Ryan Rickleton will be on strike. Just 76 more needed now for South Africa with 9 wickets in hand. Again width on offer, cut away by Rickleton for 4. Too much width on offer, short and wide from Jawadullah, and Rickleton welcomes Jawadullah with a boundary. Boundary to start the over. 50 comes up for South Africa. 50 comes up in just 5.1 overs. The second ball of the over coming up. Oh, that's cut away again. No one back there on the offside. Another boundary. Raining boundaries in Delhi. Back-to-back boundaries to start the over from Rickleton. Once again, too much width on offer from Jawadullah. Asking to be hit. And Rickleton is in the best form of his life. Won't miss out on those. So already 11 boundaries and 1 6 in this innings. There goes for the drive again, so straight to point. And they've taken the single, a little bit of a fumble at point actually. So fourth ball of the over coming up. He goes for the drive. The fielder is there at deep point. Takes the catch. Another wicket down for South Africa. Quinton de Kock, going for the expansive drive, has found the man at deep point. And Jawadullah strikes back after conceding 2 boundaries in the over. A big drive attempted there by Quinton de Kock. And UAE pick up their second. Although the match is still in South Africa's control. Second wicket down for South Africa. Quinton de Kock gone after scoring 14 runs from 16 balls. And South Africa are now 56 for 2 after 5.4 overs. And it's also the time for the drinks break. So Dewald Brevis is the new batter to the crease. We come to the end of the drinks break. 56 for 2 after 5.4 overs, and South Africa still in control of this run chase, but they just need to keep an eye on the wickets and don't want to lose too many wickets and put yourself under pressure. Because if South Africa keep their wickets in hand, they can get over the line here. The required run rate is only 4.67. That's not going to bother them that's not going to bother them much. 2 more deliveries left in this over. Dewald Brevis, we saw a calm version of Dewald Brevis against New Zealand. Can he produce that version again? That's back of the lens. It's flicked back to the bowler. Another dot ball from Jawadullah. We all know the destructive version of Dewald Brevis, but we need to see whether when the pressure is on, whether Dewald Brevis can grind it out, play slowly a little bit, try and take the innings deep. Can he play the anchor kind of an innings? That is the we want to see whether Dewald Brevis is capable of doing that, because 6 hitting alone cannot define batting. You need to be able to bat long. For that you need to play an anchor role sometimes. That's nicely defended again by Brevis. Another dot ball to finish the over. So 9 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Quinton de Kock. And South Africa are now 56 for 2 after 6 overs after the launch phase. Now Dewald Brevis and Ryan Rickleton having some discussions with the umpire here. I think Brevis got hit on the hand a little bit there, that bouncer from Jawadullah. Just 67 more runs needed now for South Africa to win this game and continue their unbeaten run in this tournament. Yeah, they have won 3 out of 3 now. They can win 4 out of 4 and go into the Super 8s with more confidence. I'm sure India will defeat Netherlands today as well, and they will come 4 out of 4. So both the unbeaten teams will go head to head in the Super 8s against each other. And also the big news, Australia have been eliminated in the first round of this tournament. So, I mean, many other teams would be breathing a sigh of relief that at least one of the top contenders, at least they were considered as the top contenders in this tournament. And to see Australia, a team like Australia getting eliminated in the very first round, that too even without qualifying for the Super 8s, that is very, very surprising. They lost to Zimbabwe and Sri Lanka, and Australia have been eliminated. So that is a big, big thing actually in this World Cup. No doubt about that. So Haider Ali is back into the attack, into his second over. Quicker delivery. Rickleton punches it down the ground. Picks up another single to start the over. I don't think if anyone would have said that Australia would get eliminated in the first round of this T20 World Cup before the start of this tournament, many people would have laughed, that is for sure. But that is the reality now. They've lost to Zimbabwe and Sri Lanka. A very, very surprise, shock exit has to be said. That's punched away by Dewald Brevis towards deep extra covers. Oh, good fielding at deep extra covers. And Dewald Brevis picks up another couple of runs. And Brevis gets off the mark with a couple of runs. So that is why Zimbabwe have qualified for the Super 8. So India, South Africa, West Indies and Zimbabwe will be in one group in the Super 8s, as that's punched away again by Dewald Brevis towards deep extra covers and picks up another single. But given how competitive this first round of this men's T20 World Cup has been, it was always on the cards where one big team might get a shock, and that big team was none other than Australia actually. It's pulled away down the ground again to long on and picks up another single. Goes for the drive, unable to make connection. Last ball of the over. Cut away again towards deep extra covers and picks up another single to finish the over. 6 runs came from that over from Hyder Ali, and South Africa are now 62 for 2 after 7 overs. I think this is one of the best T20 World Cups one can ever witness actually, given the closeness of this tournament. Like almost every match, I mean, you cannot take any match lightly. Nepal came close to defeating England. Italy came close to defeating England. Italy defeated Nepal, got their first ever T20 World Cup win. Yesterday, Nepal defeated Scotland and got their first T20 World Cup win since 2014. And then you see a team like Australia getting eliminated in the first round without even qualifying for the Super 8. Zimbabwe defeating Australia, Sri Lanka defeating Australia. My goodness, this tournament has had so many. Then South Africa versus Afghanistan, double super over. And then South Africa winning that game. It has already been full of drama, this men's T20 World Cup, that is for sure. As we see a boundary here from Brevis, edging it away towards deep third man for 4. So Jawadullah into his second over. Starts with concedes the boundary first ball. This time back of the length, and Brevis punches it back to the bowler. Another dot ball from Jawadullah. So this T20 World Cup hasn't been short of drama by any stretch actually. And that is what sport is about. Always has twists and turns. Drama will always be there. Entertainment guaranteed. Third ball of the over coming up. As on the stumps again, defended back to the bowler by Brevis. Another dot ball from Mohammad Jawadullah. And Zimbabwe have also qualified directly for the next edition of the T20 World Cup, because the teams that qualify for the Super 8 of a T20 World Cup will ensure that they directly qualify for the upcoming edition as well. So in that way, Zimbabwe don't need to play the qualifiers for the next edition of the T20 World Cup 2 years down the line. They have directly qualified already. That's pulled away by Brevis, and that's all the way for 6. That's the best of Dewald Brevis. You cannot bowl short to him. You cannot bowl it in his hitting arc, because he will dispatch you every day of the week. Into the crowd for 6. And now just 51 away from winning this game, South Africa. So just 2 more deliveries left in this over. Total like 123 can never be enough in this kind of a venue. I think 40 or 50 runs below par, or even more than that. It's driven again by Brevis down the ground towards covers, and another dot ball here from Jawadullah. Normally teams say they are 10 to 15 runs short. I think this was around 60 to 70 runs short of being a par total as far as UAE was concerned. 60-70 runs short at this particular venue. I mean, how can 123 be enough? Modern day T20 cricket, batting friendly conditions. We see so many high scores at this particular venue. Last ball of the over coming up. And it's driven again down the ground. Tried the stumps. Misses it. And Brevis picks up another single to finish the over. 11 runs came from that over from Mohammad Jawadullah. And South Africa are now 73 for 2 after 8 overs. Just 50 more runs needed now for South Africa. Dewald Brevis 15 from just 12 balls with 1 boundary and 1 6. Rian Rickleton also set at the crease, 16 from 9 balls. Partnership of 17 from 14 balls. Haider Ali into his third over. And Brevis goes straight down the ground. Little bit off the bottom of the bat, I guess. Long on does well. And Dewald Brevis picks up another couple of runs to start the over. I'm not quite sure whether South Africa can win this particular T20 World Cup or not, but the way they are playing, they can definitely win a T20 World Cup in the near future. That is what I am thinking. Because obviously this T20 World Cup, because of Indian conditions, India are overwhelming favourites. As Brevis goes over extra covers, and that is long enough. All the way for 6. Look out in the crowd. Second 6 for Brevis. He is enjoying himself here. And South Africa getting closer to another win in this tournament. This time Brevis gives himself room, looks for a cut shot, unable to make proper connection. Another dot ball from Haider Ali. Now coming back to what I was saying, definitely South Africa can win a T20 World Cup in the near future because their SA20 is also helping them gain new talents, gain more experience. So the future is looking good for them. That's driven again by Dewald Brevis towards covers and another dot ball from Haider Ali. But as far as this T20 World Cup is concerned, there's something about that Indian team which looks like it's unstoppable. I don't know why. I might be wrong. Someone may stop India in the knockouts, semi-final, final, anything can happen. But by the looks of that Indian team, Abhishek Sharma, Ishan Kishan, Surya Kumar Yadav, the bowling resources which they have, the batting resources which they have, it's very difficult to look past India. Obviously, if India doesn't win this World Cup, I think South Africa, England, New Zealand, they can all try to win it. But at the moment, the way the brand of cricket India is playing, I'm not quite sure whether they can be stopped. But need to see that. Last ball of the over coming up. Goes for a reverse sweep, misses the batter, misses the keeper, and that'll run away for 4 as well. So another boundary to finish that over. Expensive over from Haider Ali. 13 runs came from that over. And South Africa are now 86 for 2 after 9 overs. So 4 byes it is to finish that over. Just 37 more needed now. South Africa are doing this easily here. And that is why I'm saying the UAE were 60 to 70 runs short of where they should have been. Only 60 to 70 runs short. Mohammad Irfan now back into the attack. Mohammad Irfan is a new bowler into the attack. Is driven down the ground by Brevis and picks up another single to start the over. But credit should be given where it's due. Obviously, some of the associate teams have disappointed a little bit, like teams like Oman, UAE, Canada. They haven't done much in this tournament. But teams like Nepal, teams like Zimbabwe is not entirely an associate nation. They are a test playing nation now. But the way the Zimbabwe qualifying for the Super 8, that is a huge moment. Nepal has played outstanding cricket. Italy has played outstanding cricket. Even Netherlands also, they were so close to beating Pakistan in their first match. That catch was put down of Fahim Ashraf in that penultimate over. Otherwise, even Netherlands could have won that game. USA gave India a tough scare. USA has also promised a lot in this tournament. And if Namibia wins the next game against Pakistan, USA will qualify for the Super 8. So they are in that kind of a situation now, USA. And remember, USA also qualified for the Super 8 in 2024. They have a chance to make it back-to-back in appearances in Super 8 if Namibia beats Pakistan, which looks a little tough but not impossible, that is for sure. So plenty of these associate teams have impressed a lot already in this tournament, and it should only get better from here for all these associate teams. A team like Italy making their first appearance in the World Cup, getting their first T20 World Cup win. I mean, those are all big moments actually. As we see another couple of runs here for Dewald Brevis. There's 32 more needed now for South Africa. Fourth ball of the over coming up from Mohammad Irfan. And that's back of the length again, punch towards point. It's a dot ball here from Mohammad Irfan. So fifth ball of the over coming up. A little bit of an inside edge there from Brevis towards deep mid wicket. And picks up another single. Ryan Rickleton on strike. So last ball of the over coming up. It's cut away again by Rickleton towards deep extra covers and picks up another single to finish the over. 7 runs came from that over from Mohammad Irfan, and South Africa are now 93 for 2 after 10 overs at the halfway mark of this innings. Only 30 more runs needed from the last 10 overs. It should be an easy win for South Africa from here. They'll go into the Super 8s unbeaten, and I think South Africa are also favourites to make it to the semi-final, because obviously India will be a tough opponent for South Africa, but I think they should try to see off West Indies and Zimbabwe in their group in the Super 8. That is what I would think. Even if they lose to India, West Indies and Zimbabwe are there. West Indies has peaked now, but they have gone through some struggles before the start of this tournament. That is why I won't entirely rate West Indies very highly. They have shown their vulnerability against Afghanistan in a bilateral T20 series before this T20 World Cup. They have lost a T20 series against South Africa themselves before this T20 World Cup. So suddenly now West Indies are playing well in this tournament, but I'm not sure whether we can rate them as favourites. That's pulled away by Crickleton all the way for 6. Mohammad Farooq, the new bowler, into the attack, dragging it down short. And once again, Crickleton pounces on it and starts the over with a maximum. This time on the stumps, punched back to the bowler, dot ball here. Third ball of the over coming up. Goes again, slog sweep, and all the way again. He's in a hurry now to finish this off, that is for sure. Ryan Crickleton, second 6 in this over, and now just 18 away from winning this. This time he's pulled it again, but the fielder is there at deep mid wicket and he takes the catch. One shot too many from Ryan Crickleton. This is exactly what can happen. He's already got 2 sixes in this over. Tried to go again, but the fielder has taken a good catch at deep mid wicket, and this partnership has been broken. Ryan Crickleton is on his way. A really good catch actually at deep mid wicket. And Mohammad Farooq strikes. It's all too late for UAE because only 18 more needed. But Crickleton has played his part. He's gone after scoring 30 runs from 16 balls. And South Africa are now 105 for 3 after 10.4 overs. The batters are doing their job. Ryan Crickleton has also played another good cameo, 30 from 16 balls. He was in a hurry to finish it off, and he holed out at deep mid wicket there, because South Africa know that this game is in their pockets now, that is for sure. Only 18 more runs needed. Tristan Stubbs is the new batter to the crease for South Africa. Well, Tristan Stubbs has made a big mark in this tournament already. He was the hero of that double super over win against Afghanistan. 7 runs were required from 1 ball, and Tristan Stubbs hit a 6 in the first super over, took it to the second super over, and even in the second super over he made a significant contributions when South Africa scored 23 in that super over. So Tristan Stubbs has proved really good for South Africa in this tournament. That's punched away towards deep extra covers. And Tristan Stubbs gets off the mark with a single. I mean, just imagine 7 runs needed from 1 ball against Afghanistan, that first super over. Anything less than 6, South Africa would have lost that game. But Tristan Stubbs held his nerve and hit a 6 of that delivery, which ensured that it went to second super over, and obviously South Africa ended up winning the second super over. So, I mean, that game is completely unforgettable actually. You cannot get a better game than that particular game between South Africa and Afghanistan in Ahmedabad. Like, so many twists, so many turns, both teams refusing to give up, and in the end, by the barest of margins, by such small margin, Afghanistan unfortunately went down. So that was a fantastic game of cricket actually, no doubt about that. So 14 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Ryan Crickleton, and South Africa are now 107 for 3 after 11 overs. So Mohammad Irfan is back into the attack now, into his second over. Dewald Brevis is on strikes. There's 16 more runs needed now for victory. That's too high, I think. Given as a wide by the umpire. So Mohammad Arfan has to reload that one again. I'm sure the main players will come back into the 11 for South Africa in their next match against India. Marco Jansen, Lungi Ngidi, they all have to play. David Miller. They've been benched today only because this match doesn't have so much consequence. That's gone big again. And that's all the way again for 6. Dewald Brevis picking the slow ball really well. And that's massive over long on. Another 6 here, and South Africa the equation now has come down to single digits. Well, what a player this Dewald Brevis is. The way he hits these sixes is absolutely superb actually. 35 from just 23 balls with 1 boundary and 3 sixers at a strike rate of 152.17. The only thing which Brevis needs to work on is he needs to bat for longer periods of time. He should not look to hit a 6 every ball. He needs to learn to maintain his composure a little bit. And I think he'll gain that experience when he goes forward in his career. He'll gain more experience, that is for sure. The third ball of the over coming up. It's pulled away leg side. Second ball of the over, correction. Pulled away leg side towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. So Tristan Stubbs is back on strike. Third ball of the over coming up. Back of the length again, and Stubbs hits it down the ground to long on and picks up another single. So just 7 more needed now. Required run rate 0.82 if you don't mind. So they're going to comfortably go into the Super 8s with 4 wins in 4 matches. Finish as table toppers as well in this first round. Oh, he goes for the pull. It's a top edge here, and it could be another wicket here. Yes, it is. Catch taken at mid-off. So just losing some wickets here towards the end. Dewald Brevis going for another 6 there, but only managing to get the top edge. Harshit Kaushik, I think, the fielder, taking the catch. And the 4th wicket goes down for South Africa. Mohammad Arfan gets another wicket. So just some consolation here for UAE. Dewald Brevis gone after a fantastic knock of 36 from 25 balls, and South Africa are now 116 for 4 after 11.4 overs. So the young talent, Jason Smith, is the new batter to the crease. Nothing much to do for him. Only 7 more runs needed for South Africa. They're almost there. Jason Smith, at least it's good he came to the crease. Spend some time out in the middle, but I don't think he'll play the next game because the main players will be back for South Africa against India. We need to play a full strength team there. Fifth ball of the over coming up. It's driven again by Jason Smith, straight to point. Another dot ball from Arfan. Everyone will be back next match actually. Lungi Ngidi, Marco Janssen, Keshav Maharaj and David Miller. They all were dropped today. They all will make a comeback into the playing 11 in the Super 8 because obviously more consequential matches and you need to win those games. So main team will be back. Last ball of the over coming up. Goes for the cut shot again, but straight to point. Straight to the fielder at point and another dot ball to finish the over. 9 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Dewald Previs, and South Africa are now 116 for 4 after 12 overs. So just 7 more runs needed now for South Africa here. And who is the bowler into the attack? Bowler name Mohammad Farooq. Mohammad Farooq continuing into his second over. Punched away by Tristan Stubbs towards deep extra covers and picks up another single to start the over. So 1 hit away now, South Africa. Tossed up, Jason Smith hits it down the ground to long off and gets his first run in T20 World Cups. Jason Smith gets off the mark with a single. There's 5 more needed now. 1 hit away from winning this. Third ball of the over. Driven again by Stubbs towards deep extra covers and picks up another single. Short and wide, cut away towards deep extra covers. And picks up another single as well. So 4 singles in this over, just 3 more needed. Tristan Stubbs is back on strike. Can he finish it in this over itself? Driven again, straight to covers. Another dot ball. One hit away basically, can finish it in this over. The last ball of the over, driven down the ground by Stubbs towards long off and picks up another single to finish the over. 5 runs came from that over from Mohammad Farooq. And South Africa are now 121 for 4 after 13 overs with only 2 more runs needed for victory. So the game will surely be over in the next over, that is for sure. Just only 2 more runs needed. South Africa will finish it in the next over. Have to feel for UAE though, very below par total. They need to update themselves to modern day T20 cricket. These 120s are not going to be enough to defend. So I need the bowler name here. Junaid Siddique is back into the attack and has guided away towards point. And Tristan Stubbs picks up another single and the scores are level now for South Africa. Just 1 more run needed. So it's going to be over now. South Africa 1 run away from continuing their unbeaten run in this tournament. In fact, if you look at South Africa in the last couple of T20 World Cups, the only match which they lost was the 2024 final. They won every match in the first round and the Super 8 in their previous T20 World Cup as well. And also they won the semi-final, made it to the final for the first time. And now again here, unbeaten. That's pulled away again by Jason Smith towards deep fine leg, and that is it. Game is over. South Africa over the line comfortably. And they continue their unbeaten run in this tournament. Will finish right at the top of the table in this first round, and they have comfortably qualified into the Super 8 now with 4 wins from 4 matches. And unfortunately for the UAE, just not enough runs on the board. They need to update themselves to modern day T20 cricket. Maybe try and gain more experience by playing in T20 leagues around the world, probably, because this is not the way you should be batting in batting friendly conditions. Definitely UAE is capable of much better scores, that is for sure. But a comfortable win though for South Africa. And as I said, if you combine both the T20 World Cups, the last 2 T20 World Cups that have happened, South Africa have lost only 1 match. And that match was against India in the final of 2024. So definitely that will hurt as a Proteas fan, that is for sure. You don't want to be losing the finals. But that is how the sport is sometimes brutal in that sense. But South Africa continue their unbeaten run in this tournament as well. 4 wins from 4 matches. They'll take a lot of confidence going into the Super 8. Their next match will be up against India on February 22nd in Ahmedabad. And obviously Ahmedabad is a batting paradise, so we can expect some high scores in that particular venue in Ahmedabad. Similar to these conditions as well in Delhi. Even in Delhi also you can expect high scores. But a comprehensive win for South Africa by 6 wickets. The target of 123 was always going to be easy for South Africa. Aiden Markram gave them a flying start with 28 from just 11 balls. Quinton de Kock scored 14 from 6 balls. Quinton de Kock scored 14 runs from 16 balls. Ryan Rickleton 30 runs from 16 balls. Dewald Brevis with a quick fire 36 from 25 balls. Everyone made contributions today with the bat for South Africa. And even Jason Smith got to spend some time out in the middle, but you have to feel for him because he won't be playing the next match because the main players will be back in the playing 11 for South Africa, that is for sure, against India in the Super 8. But as far as the UAE bowlers are concerned, nothing much for them. They just got hammered. 123 is impossible to defend in batting friendly conditions in a T20 match. So they tried hard. Haider Ali picked up 1 wicket, 1 for 33 in his 3 overs. Mohammad Jawadullah 1 for 20 in his 2 overs. Muhammad Arfan 1 for 16 in his 2 overs. And then Mohammad Farouk also 1 for 19 in his 2 overs. But just not enough runs on the board for UAE, and South Africa steamrolling UAE and getting over the line, winning this match by 6 wickets and into the Super 8s unbeaten from this particular group. So we'll be back again to cover the future matches of this ICC Men's T20 World Cup 2026. So until we come back again, please like, share and subscribe to our channel Runs and Views. Take care guys, cheers and have a great day.
Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share.